very good morning to you once again. My name is Valentine, and for the Y254 News Highlights, the first story of the day: the Attorney General has been locked out from a suit where a Dubai-based firm contracted to inspect and test the quality of imported petroleum products is seeking to enforce a 1.5 billion shilling arbitration award.
Mohamed Rassame and Agnes Murgo declined to allow the newly appointed government principal legal advisor Paul Kihara to participate in the dispute between the Kenya Bureau of Standards and GeoChem Middle East. The AG had applied to be enjoined as a party to the proceedings to demonstrate that the award to GeoChem was illegal, contrary to public policy and beyond the scope of reference to arbitration. Mr. Kihara, formerly the president of Court of Appeal before his recent appointment as AG, argued that 1.5 billion Kenyan shillings was taxpayers' money, and should the court lock him out of the case, the decree might be executed without the government ventilating the public aspect of the dispute. He further told the appellate judges that there will be a real threat of violation of the principles of public finance and the provision of Public Finance and Management Act. Doreen Arange for Y News.
Disputes, British security printing firm RUE International must wait longer to know whether it will retain the 10 billion shilling a year tender to print Kenya's new look currency. The setback came after the High Court nullified the past bidding process that awarded RUE the mega contract on the basis of a 15% preferential treatment score.
Judge Odunga threw the ball back to the Central Bank of Kenya when he delivered judgment in a case filed by activist Okia Omtata. Mr. Omtata had moved to court against the award of the multi-billion shilling contract, arguing that RUE did not qualify for the 15% margin of preference because it's not a preferred supplier under Kenyan law. Justice Odunga delivered his judgment on Omtata's petition a few hours after he made a separate decision on the same matter in favor of RUE. The earlier decision, which Justice Pauline Nyamwea read on behalf of Justice Odunga, had quashed the procurement watchdog's decision to allow an appeal that a losing bidder had filed against the award of the contract to RUE, giving the UK security printer a glimpse of hope. Justice Odunga had found that the Public Procurement Administrative Review Board lacked the jurisdiction to entertain Crane Ebe's application since the firm was not party to the tendering process. PPARB on January 8th terminated the RUE contract after a week-long hearing in which the Swedish firm Crane Ebe accused the CBK of breaching the law in awarding a 15% margin preference to the British firm for having local shareholding. The CBK is required to evaluate the bids afresh. For Y254 Business News, my name is Abdurazak Ngutia.
And on the last story of the day, the brands Tecno, Itel and Infinix phones account for 54% of phones owned by Kenyans, according to a survey dubbed WaKenya. In 2016, two of these Chinese brands, Tecno and Itel, held a 34% share of the market, according to respondents in the latest survey. 28% own a Tecno phone, 68% a Samsung, 12% a Nokia, and 10% an Infinix.
Farm Transion Holdings is the Kenyan market leader in the number of mobile phones sold. According to a survey by Consumer Insight, 3 of its brands, including Tecno, Itel and Infinix, are among the top 5 devices by sales in the country. In a separate marketplace report, Jumia indicates that Kenya leads globally in the share of internet traffic through mobile phones, overtaking Nigeria, which was at the top in 2017. The Jumia report further indicated that the high mobile penetration has been driven by the entry of aggressive firms such as Hong Kong-based Transion Holdings, which has a presence in India and is also the largest smartphone company by sales in Africa. Its brands include Tecno and Infinix, which dominate the smartphone segment, while Tecno and Itel lead the feature phone segment. Yvonne Anula for Y254 Business News.
And that has been our news highlights for the morning. My name is Valentine once again, and for the rest of our team at Hilda Wadidi, at Ram Aguko, and of course you can find me at Kalamiba. Please do stay for more.